Hi everyone, I'm Ankita Menon and welcome to my YouTube channel Anime Dance. So today's video is going to be a different kind of video. You're not going to get another dance cover. Today's video is going to be me speaking to y'all. The reason being that this is my 100th video, and to be honest, I never ever thought that when I started this channel way back in 2015, I would be making my 100th video today. To be sitting here and to be talking for my 100th video, it seems surreal, but it feels really good. Even though it's been a slow progress, but it definitely has been a great progress, and it's also been a journey where I have learned so much, not just about dance, not just about my art, but also about myself in the process, like what I like, what I don't like, what I'm okay with when it comes to dancing, but what I'm not okay with. You know, all these things I learned during the process of like creating and maintaining and managing this channel. So I'm going to take this opportunity to like just talk about it a little bit, give you a little bit of an idea as to why I started Anime Dance and how it came about. So basically, I had just freshly completed my post-graduation. I was sitting at home, I was trying to apply for jobs at that point of time, and I was waiting to hear back. It was during that point of time when I started this channel. So way back in October 2015, we are talking about it. So when I sit idle, I cannot sit idle. I'm constantly thinking of something. And I basically had like so many ideas going around and buzzing inside my head that I felt like if I don't channelize these ideas, I'm going to go mad. Something has to give, like I have to like channelize it somewhere, I have to do something about it. 10th October is when I posted my first video. And yeah, my first video was as raw as it can possibly be, but I have no regrets because that's how we all start. We need to start from somewhere, right? And I just started off with concepts. Like that was my thing with Anime Dance. I wanted it to be a place where I'm able to showcase my concepts. I want dance to be the language. I want dance to talk about the concept, but there needs to be an idea to every video. So that's how I started Anime Dance. And of course, when I started Anime Dance, it was known as anime only. It was not Anime Dance at that point of time. Anime is the persona I wanted for this channel. This really bold and energetic and expressive and unconventional, you know, really eclectic sort of a person. But Ankita is not like that. Ankita is much more private, much more passionate about what she does, completely invested in it, and Ankita is open-minded to a lot of things. So that's the person who's going to talk to you today. And yeah, let's dive into my top 3 videos on this channel. 2018 was the year I got very serious about content creation. Like I really thought that this YouTube channel of mine was something I have to make use of. So slowly I started like really thinking about going and doing outdoor shoots and, you know, dancing to the latest songs as much as possible and putting all that out. So Bum Diggy Diggy happened during that phase. So my mom came along with me. She was extremely supportive about this, and she said, I will help you in whatever way I can. And I said, great, because I just want somebody to hold the camera. Don't worry about anything else. I will handle everything else, but just hold the camera and press the record button, and that's it. And I remember amazing weather, amazing, like, you know, time, like there was nobody around, so it was very peaceful and you could like do the shoot as fast as possible. Great place, Pearl Qatar, where we shot. Amazing place. Of course, I was wearing all black, and you know, I was near a water body. I'm not a morning person, so that's why just like watching the water was like really calming, and I was like, I can get this done, I can get this done. But more so because I was really interested. Like I really wanted to have a dance cover to this song. And that's how we shot that video. In terms of the concept, I thought mine will be more like a casual beach vibe. You know, it needs to be vibrant, it needs to be bright, but it needs to be extremely summery. That's the vibe I'm going for in this video. I never expected that it would do this well. I think at that point of time, because I had like my Instagram profile and I had a Facebook profile, so I posted it in both these places, and since, you know, there were followers at that point of time, I think that's why it like spread a little bit more and people started watching it, and you know, there was like good virality happening to that video. Because I was comfortable, I guess that kind of translates onto the screen when you see it. I think that's the beauty about dance, right? Whatever you feel on the inside, it can get communicated to people, and you don't need to talk so much, you know, it can just be through your expressions, it can be through your energy, and people get it, what you're feeling. It translates onto the screen, it translates when you're on stage also, and you can invoke that same emotion in people. So that's the best thing about dance. When Aluma Doluma video was made, I had around I think 30 subscribers, okay, and mostly my family and friends. And the concept of it was that I wanted to channelize that Tamil hero swag that is there. That energy and that expression that generally you see on a Tamil hero, I wanted that to be seen on me for my dance cover. Like, that was the concept I was going for. I heard the song, I loved it, I fell in love with the song. I decided I'm going to do this, I'm going to make a dance cover. Luckily for me, my camera was also like fully charged. I wore the outfit, I did a little makeup, and then I put on the music, started recording myself. Finished recording and started editing it. Okay, I freaked out. I really had the best time of my life when I was dancing to that song. By next morning I was done and I uploaded it. So this was around April of 2016 when I had uploaded it. I shared it on my Facebook profile, and yeah, that's it. Like, some friends and some family said, wow, very nice, very energetic. That was all. That was it to this video. I did not expect anything out of it. I did not even think too much about it. Then one day at work, I'm suddenly getting a lot of pings, like so many comments are coming for that video. And I didn't know, I couldn't figure out what was going on and why suddenly it was going viral. So when I started receiving comments saying that, you know, your parents should have slapped you for like for you putting out such a video, or like who's going to marry this girl and all that, or like you know, why is she dancing like a girl in a bazaar? Because of you, you know, and because of the way you're dressed, like rapes can happen. And also like what else came in, like what kind of dance is this, does she even know dancing? So many comments like this. Like, I'm just talking of what I remember, but there were so many comments like this. I remember feeling very hurt. I remember feeling extremely angry at that point of time. You know, you must have taken just 2 minutes to write that, but for me it was years and years and years of healing after that. It really like scarred me somewhere. It happened when I was really young and I didn't quite expect this also. Like, I did not post for a long time once I started seeing those kind of comments. The common factor that I was seeing in all these comments, like why they had so much of an issue, was because I was a woman doing it, because I was a girl dancing like that. On one hand, you had people who embraced it. They were like, yes, this is fun, this is innovative, this is different, we have never seen something like this. And then there was another section that absolutely hated it. And you know, these are the kind of people who, you know, when any change has to happen or any type of innovation tends to happen, there are always people that are like, no, this is bad, this is going to ruin everything, you should know your place, don't try to like, you know, cross limits and all that. There are people like that also. They don't even want to open their mind to some new possibilities, you know. I mean, if it was about the dance, I did not take it personally, but like when people were like making personal comments about me, making slut shaming kind of comments, making character assassination kind of comments, those kind of comments, what I realized is when people don't know what to pinpoint in the capability of a person, then they start looking at their physical traits, or they start looking at their relationships and their, you know, identities. Like, obviously she's someone's daughter, right? So how bad, like her parents even like allowed her to do this, they should have slapped her. Like, you know, people start talking like that, because what else can you like use against a woman or against any person for that matter, what else can you use? These are the best ways to kind of like make them feel bad and make them feel like they're not worth it. So, you know, you start attacking those areas. But I have to say, there were people at that point of time who also commented very positively. There were people who wrote to me saying that do not listen to such kind of people who are trying to pull you down. And I'm not going to lie, that was what kept me going. You know, I just realized at that point of time how you can, with words, how you can uplift somebody and you can make them do things, and you can push them and motivate them to achieve better things in their life, and how you can inflict wounds on somebody and ruin their life also. As much as I wanted to respond to those negative comments, I remember my father advising me at that point of time, just saying that don't bother, why don't put your energy into all these things, you know, you focus on making better videos if you want to make, or focus on your life, like don't waste your energy responding back. When you're thinking ahead, it makes complete sense. Like a bee never explains to a fly why honey is better than shit. If people cannot see a dance cover for the dance, if people cannot appreciate a new kind of idea, if people are only subjected to seeing a woman and objectifying her completely, then I cannot explain myself any further. There is no point, because they're still going to be fixated on believing in what they believe. So, well, I wish them all the best in their life, but I'll move on to the next step. You know, it was only because of all these comments, that positive comments that came in, I got that push, I got that motivation. I was like, okay, at least there are a few people who still want to see me perform, who liked what they saw, who appreciated the dance for the dance and did not like, you know, unnecessary comment on anything else. I'm doing this for them. So if you're watching this video, if you're still subscribed to this channel, thank you so much. And even if you aren't, I hope one day you will come across this video. And please know that I'm eternally grateful to you for sending me that message, for sending me that comment at that point when I was literally like, I was shaking, you know, because I was like, what is going on here? Why are people commenting like this? And at that point of time, you decided to write to me and you decided to like encourage me, and you motivated me to create more videos. So thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really thank all those who messaged me at that point of time. Aluma Doluma, like I said, it's always going to be a very bittersweet experience to talk about, because of how it like went viral and why it went viral and why people were like commenting like that about it. And I don't know to which audience it went viral also. I just know that like there were a lot of people just coming and just leaving any kind of comments there. Every time I remember that incident, I remember the emotion I felt. That's the thing, because for me, even though my father's advice was great, I was like, I still have emotions. Like, I know it's not something I can just discard and say it's okay, it didn't matter to me. No, it did matter, because I am reading all these comments. It's not like I have PR assistants or something reading it. I am reading the comments. So obviously it takes a toll on your mental health also when you start reading these kind of comments. And I was just like, I had so much of anger inside me, I had so much of hurt inside me. It's like, I have to get a closure from this. I got my payback. I got my payback through the Soduku Mele video. And that is like my #1 video on this channel. So Soduku Mele has no concept. You can go check it out. There is absolutely no concept to that video. It is pure anger that I was channelizing in that video. By the time I shot Soduku Mele, I had started taking content creation more seriously, so I was very concerned about how the camera angle needs to be. I learned my lesson from Aluma Doluma, so I like made sure the camera angles are always correct after that. The editing, you know, I had started like really getting serious about editing the videos nicely. So it was around that time when I had posted it. Once I uploaded it, I remember feeling calm. I was just like, okay, done. I was just waiting for it to hit 1 million views, and then I was like, then I'll get my complete closure. And in 2019, when it did hit 1 million views, guess who was the most happiest person in the world? I was really happy, and it was all possible because you guys watched it. you guys liked it, you guys kept on pressing that like button, you all kept on watching it, you all kept coming back to watch it also. It's all because of y'all. So I was so happy when it crossed 1 million views, basically making that point come true, that focus on the talent. Don't focus on anything else in a dance video. Just focus on the talent, focus on the dance, focus on the choreography if you want. Don't focus on my thighs, on my skin, on my lips, on my hair, and that's not the focal point of a dance cover. And that's not why I got the views also. So yeah, these are my top 3 videos, the best of anime dance videos, and these were the exciting stories behind those videos. There are many videos that are doing really well apart from these 3. Like I think the Appadi Podu video is doing very well, Chikkabuka Raile is also doing well, Shape of You, Mohiniyattam version is doing well. The one video I'm really looking forward, that I hope it touches 1 million soon, is the Punjabi song Sangeet Mashup, that video. I really hope it hits 1 million. I really liked how that video turned out. I really liked how confident I was on stage, and obviously because I love being on stage, I love performing. And so that's why I just really hope that that video hits 1 million views soon. Let's make it happen. I think I would say the one with my grandmother, the Anime Talks video, and the one where my parents are dancing, the Adare Adare video. My grandmother passed away in 2020, so you know, it's really special now. Like I am so glad that I captured that video, and because I captured her in her most healthiest form. I captured her with her spirit, like she had that spirit inside her. I captured that spirit, I got that on camera, and I want to remember her like that. You know, every time I watch that video, whenever I miss her, I want to remember her just like that actually. So that video is one of my personal favorites, and of course the video with my parents dancing to Adare Adare. It's very rare you get a moment to showcase your parents doing something that you love. I got 2 different kind of personalities, my mother who's really shy of the camera, and my father who's not shy of the camera, but he's never had an opportunity to be in front of the camera. So I got such different personalities together to dance, to express, and to have fun, and that's there now on my channel. So they're doing something that I love, and there's nothing more I could have asked for. I just want to say one thing, that if everything has been possible so far, if I've been able to get these views, if I've been able to get these many likes, if I've been able to sit here and make my 100th video, and I'm able to talk to y'all, and I'm able to I was able to keep on creating and take myself more seriously and take dancing more seriously, I only have y'all to thank. You people who watch my videos, you know, everyone who has commented right from the first video onwards, you know, who has commented not just on my YouTube videos, even on the Instagram videos also, Instagram covers that I would put out. Every single time that I would put out, you would comment on it. Whenever you've joined me on this journey of mine, but you made it a point to always comment, to always like, to always share your feedback, I have to thank you. Because you guys are the ones who really made it possible. I think if I was able to explore this whole channel thing and this whole YouTube and, you know, dance and creativity, if I was able to just really focus on it and really see where it can take me, and for me to even take that decision in the first place, you know, it always starts with the decision. It's only because of y'all. It's only because y'all commented, y'all motivated me, y'all encouraged me. With every video that I put out, you would be like, keep rocking this, keep going ahead, keep performing more, we want to see more from you. It is because of y'all I was able to keep trying out something new with every video. Within my capabilities, within to whatever the best that I could do, you know, whatever abilities I have, and single-handedly, as much as I could manage, I could do it only because of y'all. Also, I just want to sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you. Thanks a lot. Like really, it really means a lot to me. When you comment positively on something, maybe that person's going through something, but because of your one comment, which you took maybe 2 minutes to write or 5 minutes to write, whatever, didn't take too much out of your day, but because of that one comment, maybe for that person, their faith in humanity got restored. They are, they started believing that they can do bigger things. So you never know how you can change somebody's life. I have basically taken this conscious decision that I will not be posting anymore on this channel. I will not be creating any more content on this channel. Actually, I realized at the beginning of this year that I was not really feeling it. I was like feeling a bit, there was no motivation. I'm not feeling that same kind of passion towards this. But I thought maybe it's just a phase. Like I thought maybe it's just, we are in a pandemic, so everyone's like a bit mentally affected by things, and things are not normal, things are not like how it was. I thought maybe it's just that I was going through, and so I decided that I'll give myself 1 year and I'll try to create different kinds of content, like not just stick to only dancing, create something else also. It's still the same for me. I still feel like I'm not as motivated as I was before. I feel like there's something I feel is missing. I feel like I'm stuck in some place and I don't want to feel this. I've given it a lot of thought, and so I'm not making this decision impulsively like I made my top 3 videos. I've really been thinking on this for some time, and I think it's something that I need to do. This is not a goodbye. I hope I'll come back sooner, better, happier, and it'll be much bigger than it is now. So take care everyone. Wishing you all a happy new year from Ankita and May Dance. And I will see you soon.